And what we know now is, and again, some of these activities are luxuries, I completely get that. But when we make or behold any of those activities, that the brain becomes more hyperconnected. We get the benefit of novel experiences. We open up more connections in the creative parts of our brain, which actually allow us to solve complex problems better, to think more flexibly, to override our biases and regulate our emotions better, all of which are obviously, survival advantages. Because if you think about just, on the very most basic level, the implication of that in a relationship, if we were in a relationship and I was much more able to regulate my emotions, to solve problems with you, to overcome any biases that I might have about the way that you're behaving, it's obviously the relationship's going to survive better. And one of the pieces of research I've really looked into from the neuroaesthetics is called shared trait vulnerability. And it's about the fact that people with psychopathologies like schizophrenia also tend to be more creative than the general population. So if you think about some of the symptoms of psychotic illnesses, it includes things like magical thinking, altered states of consciousness, perhaps access to, I want to put this really carefully, sort of data and signs that we are choosing to ignore in the real world because our brain is filtering out information to help us survive, as people who don't have a mental health issue. So one hypothesis could be that you could use creativity, and all of those things are creative things, to open up more of your consciousness. And if you have a high IQ and you're mentally resilient, but you can also do that, I just think it's so exciting to think about what we could do with our minds. That, again, is probably stuff that we knew that we've forgotten, but in our lifetimes or in the modern world, we haven't been practicing. And that is also one of the hypotheses that comes out of the research on near-death experiences, which is that our brains are actually filtering down our minds rather than the other way around.